Alright, hey guys. Today we're going to be working on reference geometries and part modifications, and we're going to be using some new features. We're going to be using the draft feature to create these angled faces in respect to this face right here, and then we're going to create a reference geometry. We're going to create this plane one right here in order to make this part. So this part is from Blackboard, so I'm going to go through, follow this little tutorial, and go along with you guys. So new part, let's do it. Let's see where to start. 2 by 2 inch cube. So let's do that. First thing first, always inches. Sketch. We're going to start a new sketch. I'm going to start on the top plane. And then I'm going to start with a center rectangle. Doesn't really matter. There's infinite ways to do it. But let's do it. Make the rectangle. And we want it 2 by 2. Perfect. Fully defined. See right down here. We're ready to extrude it up. We want it 2 by 2 by 2. So we're going to extrude this 2 inches up. Looks good to me. So what now? We want a 1 by 1 inch cube cut right into the middle of this. So let's do that. So we're going to sketch, start a new sketch, start it right on the top. I always like to go normal to the face I'm sketching on. And I'm going to do another center rectangle, and it's going to be right on the center of it, on the origin. They share the same origin, and now I'm going to dimension this to be a 1 by 1. So make that 1, dimension that to be 1, and it's going to be fully defined. It knows how big it is, and it knows where it is in relation to the origin, because we started it right on the origin. So we're ready to cut it. We want it to be cut 1 inch down. Perfect. And there we have it. So what's next? We want to use this draft feature, something new, to apply a 30-degree slope to these faces. So what we want to do is these faces tapered edge to this face right up here. So let's do that. We're going to use the draft feature, and we can read it right quick. Tapers model faces by a specified angle using a neutral plane or a parting line. It's easier to visualize, so let's just dive in and do it. We said 30 degrees right here. So I've already got that set, 30 degrees. And now we're going to choose the plane, or what it says is the direction of pull. What direction, as specified by this arrow right here, which we can actually change by clicking it, or clicking this reverse direction right here. Direction of pull, what are we going to pull? We're going to pull the faces that we select in blue. So we want all 4 of these faces. So what is this going to do? It's going to pull these 4 faces towards this pink face that we have here, and it's going to taper it up by 30 degrees. So let's do it. There you go. See, this made these edges go 30 degrees tapered up to this face. Great. So what's next? We're going to use a fillet to create a 1-inch fillet on a corner. This is nothing new. We're pros at the fillet, so we're going to choose that right up here in the features option. Going to choose a corner, make it 1 inch. Perfect. Looks good. Let's do it. So we use the fillet feature. Got that done. Now we want to use the chamfer, the opposite corner, and it looks like 45 degrees with a distance 1. So let's go ahead and do that. It's hidden along in with the fillet option right here. And we're going to do the opposite corner of the fillet. So we're going to choose the edge right here. And as you can see, I did this part before I started this video, so it knows exactly what we're going to do. We have the distance of 1 and the angle of 45 degrees as specified right here. Perfect. Now what are we going to do? We're going to do something else new. We're going to create a reference geometry. We're going to create a brand new plane for us to play around with. How are we going to do that? What we're going to do is go right up here to reference geometry. Hit the drop down. There's a few other options, but right now we're focused on the plane. So what is this going to do? It's going to create a new plane. We have the front, top, and side view. We have those starting 3. We want some more, so we're going to make our own. So I chose reference geometry to a new plane, and now it's asking for a reference. What are we going to base this new plane off of. We want it off this face right here. So as you can see, it's creating this new plane based on this face right here. And we can see from this, we want to have a 0 degree offset. So we pretty much want this plane to be this face. So how can we do that? We know this plane is based on this face. It's just a little far out, and we can change the offset distance right here. If we change that to 0, you can see it snaps right to it. Looks good to me. And then this brand new plane will have an offset distance of 0 right on this face. So let's go ahead and use that. We're going to do something else that's new. We're going to mirror in 3D. We've mirrored in sketches before. We haven't mirrored in 3D with features, but it works the exact same way. We're going to choose the mirror right up here in features, and same process, mirror face slash plane. What do we want to mirror it about? What are we going to mirror about? And we're going to use that plane we just created. Plane 1, features to mirror. We want, let's see, we want everything. So I'm just going to click and drag everything. Click geometry pattern right here because the 0 degree offset or 0 distance offset, and then it looks perfect. I'm happy with it. Let's do it. As you can see, it mirrored everything here perfectly about this plane. And to wrap this up, we're going to add this 1-inch fillet to these sides, which is something we're pros at. So fillet right up here in the features, it's already got the 1 inches, 1 inch. So we're going to choose this right here, and we're going to choose this right here, 1 inch, perfect. And it looks like we're complete. So what did we do? We created reference geometries. We created this new plane. We used the draft feature to create these faces that are 30 degrees tapered towards this face right here. And then we just drove home Fillet and Chamfer. So you guys are pros. All right, that's all. Thanks.